How you going, guys? So, where are we up to? We've got a bit more progress done on the camper since last video. So what I've done is I've actually fully welded in. I've probably got a couple more welds. I've still got one up in the corner that I haven't done. Another one somewhere else too. So pretty much fully welded up the frame to the trailer. Added in the support rails along the top, as well as some steel angle to support the roof. Now, don't know how much weight is going to be going on the roof as yet, so better off just to over strengthen it. So what I have decided to do, given it it's Alice Springs, trying to get supplies of stuff is stupid at the best times. So what we ended up going with, I was going to go aluminium composite, but that was going to take too long to get here, and the price was ridiculous, especially for the size that we needed. So we ended up going with some form plywood from Bunnings. This is a 1800 by 1200 off the shelf. Luckily, all I've got to do is take a slight bit off the end, and that will fit perfectly in there. So that'll be the roof. The idea will be same thing on the front. So same thickness. This is 17mm thick. So yeah, idea being with the form plywood, it's water resistant. So it's got a film on the outside of it. It's going to be sealed, siliconed down the sides, everything like that. So it's going to be pretty well watertight. Another one on the front, because it's a lot stronger on the front. I may just go a standard plywood down the side, I'm not sure yet. See what we go with, and probably just form plywood like what we've got over here, and put it on the rear here. So obviously we're gonna have the kitchen on this side. So yeah, so obviously if we do flick up some mud and dirt and rocks and everything else, heavy duty at the back will do. But I mean, the weight's going to be an issue, but everything so far is pretty well lightweight, and we can test and see how we go for the next generation of this. So this is just get it going, see how we go, and then obviously we can tinker around with it from there. All right, so we've got top piece in now. Does have a fair gap down the sides, but I mean, that was to be expected anyway. Now we'll have some trim going on there anyway, so that'll cover that up pretty well, as well as silicone. So we'll be filling in these joints anyway. So we obviously don't want water to pull up on top here. So yeah, that's the underside there. So that's all going to be secured from the top down into the support posts, as well as into the steel angle there. Yeah, we're going to seal up the ends anyway. So yeah, so next day, massive day work. Really can't be stuff doing this, but it needs to be done. So what do we get done? So cut some form ply. So you would have been just now seeing the roof getting done. So the roof's in, not secured yet. Obviously you've got to screw it in place. Potentially, so it's just going to be screwed in place at the front, and then possibly bolted in place along the rails here. We have got the ply in for the side wall panels. Now these won't be doors, so the doors will be there, and then we'll have another door here. So these are just the infill panels for the kitchen area, which will be just here. So the kitchen area will be here. Utilize the tailgate that's still there. I just have to move it a little bit because that chain in the corner may catch, but we may also space it out a bit on the sides. So yeah, they fit. So what we're going to do now is try and find some brackets that I have in stock in my tool trailer and yeah, get them sorted. If not, we'll just go with the old steel angle. Alright, so luckily I do have some. Not enough. I thought I actually had more than that, but do need to do a Bunnings run anyway, so pick up some more of these when I go to Bunnings next. So what we're going to use for this one is just like a bugle. It's a bugle head, it's a button head, and that's going to fix from the bracket into the plywood, and then we're going to run a steel screw from the other side into the post. Now I am trying it at the moment. Don't mind the paint color. It's what I had sitting here. So this is a heavy duty paint. Now the test that I'd done previously, that would have just ripped straight off. Now at the moment, not really sure if you can see it on there. So it is leaving scratch marks on it. It's possible that I'll just go bed liner for the whole trailer. Unfortunately, yeah, the black and the maroon won't really suit, I don't think. We'll try it with the black form ply panel with the maroon frame, see how that goes. Yeah, if not, we'll just bed line the whole thing, and bed liner seems to be what's going to cover this and not scrape off, so we'll go that and then paint over the bed liner. Alright, so brackets in on there. It's made it fairly flush, and I'll obviously have to fix a little bit of a warp there. I'm going to find a way to seal that gap too, because the front tailgate's a bit all over the shop, right in the middle where the spare is. Looks like it's copped a knock, so I might even just run something along there and seal it up and do the same down the sides. Maybe just weld it, not sure yet. But yeah, so I'm going to cut these brackets off, and we are going to have something going along the front here to seal that gap. Same on the top there, and down that side of the gap too. These are 1200 wide, and the difference between post to post was 1220, but they don't sell these in a 1220, unfortunately. Afterthought on my point. Otherwise I would have made a 1200 1200 gap in between post to post, so that would have brought this post in a little bit, which sacrificed a little bit, but we'll make it work. So next one will be this one, but given the time tonight, I think we'll have a crack on tomorrow. So yeah, we'll pick this up again tomorrow. Thanks. All right, so next day, just finished work. So we've got a bit done on here. So I've secured both the side doors, walls. So I've done the same as on the front, just bracketed along there. Now we'll probably find a way, run a 20 by 20 or something down the middle of each side, just to reinforce that if needed. What we did, so I've run some, it's basically insulation tape used for aluminium for shed insulation. So I've run that down the seams here, so there was a gap, which is probably right where my finger is. There's a gap there, so that sealed that up. Now we will be sealing it with plenty of silicone and that from this side, so we'll fill in that hole just to make it a bit more watertight. So that's that one. So that's actually come up pretty well. There was a couple of screw holes in here, So I've just filled them in. So now that we've got the side walls on, I'm going to crack on to securing the top down. Yeah. So I'm not too worried with the tape, because that tape, I may even end up just taping the whole front of this actually. The tape will help when it comes to doing some bed liner paint. Chances are we will bed line the whole thing, even possibly the trailer as well. Keeping it the same colour, just refresh. So obviously got some surface rust here and there, so we'll clean it up, bed liner it, then paint it a little bit brighter maroon than what it is now, so still keep it the same colour. So yeah, we'll crack onto the roof and go from there. Alright, so a few hours later we've got the top all secured. So it's not going anywhere now, because we'll have to come back and trim these back, but we'll have some insulation going in the roof anyway, so that'll cover most of that. So what I end up doing, there's been a few hours since I was up here last. I'm just coming in to do a little bit more of this insulation taping, trying to seal all the gaps. They actually come up pretty well. Obviously this will be in a bed line, the whole thing anyway, so we've done the side walls, done the front as well, and got up on the roof. So we've covered up the screw holes as well. Now I'm thinking I may end up using a liquid sealer on top of this and then run the bed liner on top of that, just to try and make it a bit more waterproof on the top. So we've got this side done as well. So I'm going to leave this video here, kind of at the point where I'm going to be flat out for the next few weeks working, getting ready for taking a couple of weeks off, take baby down to see family and stuff like that. So we're not a lot going to get done on this in the next few weeks, so we'll yeah, we'll end this video here. But I mean, again, don't forget, like, subscribe. If you have any ideas for it, just chuck a comment down. But yeah, thanks guys.